talk. People get scared when I talk loud. But I'm going to anyways, because we have Rachel Dares in the studio with us today. Passion Driven TV. I'm so excited. Welcome back, everybody. This is Kyle, Plug In with Kavi and Kyle. Kavi and Isle. This is Plug In with Avi and Kyle. Our special guest today is Miss Rachel Dares. Miss, fellas.
That's right.
Miss.
Maybe she should.
She's on. She's Miss, and she's on Plenty of Fish. What? Yep. I don't know if she is. Don't go looking for her on Plenty of Fish. I'm just kidding. She's with us from Passion Driven TV. She's been having fun. She's been kind of quiet. I think she's about to break out of her shell, though.
All right. Let's do
this.
this.
I feel it. So we're gonna get into world news. Avi talks about some pretty dark stuff, complete opposite of what you like. But we're gonna do it anyway. And
no, it's not that dark. It's the truth.
It is. But before we get into world news, we're gonna get into digging in the dirt.
Digging in the dirt.
And this is a subject that
a sad story.
It hits me here because I grew up with this guy. Bill Cosby.
Yep.
Allegedly, the father of American fathers.
The American dad.
The American dad. Well, that's another TV show that I'm trying not to talk about.
Oh, sorry.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, come on.
Between the
we all grew up with him.
America.
Yeah.
I don't know one person who didn't watch The Cosby Show at least once.
I have watched it even when I grew up in the Philippines.
Yeah, see? It's that big.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
And the man has tarnished.
Gone to the bad side.
Forever unclean.
Yep.
Bill Cosby. Yep. Allegations of
I don't
raping.
think it's allegation anymore when he paid hush money to
That's true.
a few of them.
Well, he must not have paid enough because they aren't hushing anymore.
Well, I guess they have to face their demon, and they came up with it.
You know what it is? It's that I think the saddest part, besides obviously what the girls had to go through, but for the rest of us who are just watching the story unfold, is that, I mean, he was the idol. You know what I mean? He was the perfect celebrity. You know, you never heard anything bad about him.
He had a whole skit about guys slipping drugs into girls' drink, and that's his MO.
I mean, he sat on stage with kids and did kids say the darndest things. Cosby Show, all of his, clean comedy. You know, and you always see him on these shows, and it's just like.
And he was one of these guys that always looked down on the comedians that used the F word and the this word and the B word.
He was pure. I mean, one of those things like you always have Cosby. Not anymore.
Nope.
That pudding pop has sailed.
Yep. And it's true because some of the girls, with their stories, all the same, and they came and in the beginning they said they had a problem. Going public because of his image, his position, his power, his money, that they couldn't fight it, and media will just ignore him or dismiss him. And they realize now is the time. And he did pay out-of-court settlements for some of the girls to keep them quiet. But it's not one, it's not two, it's up to 16 and counting.
It's incredible. And the it just goes to show that doesn't matter who you are, what comes with fame can get to the best of people.
Best of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of famous people, and they use their fame for good. Yeah. And this guy used it to prey on the women that wanted to be in this industry. If you don't know somebody and somebody doesn't know you, you're not going to get anywhere.
And he used that.
He used it and he used to promise them.
Anybody who, before these allegations, if Bill Cosby came and said, I'm going to help you become famous. I mean, it's Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, who do you trust?
But priest.
Can't trust them. No, can't trust them. You can't trust Bill Cosby. You can't trust, none of these stars that everyone thinks are so infallible.
Teachers. They have a teacher that it's gone for 30 years because he was
of the
feeding the kids cookies with his body fluid.
No.
Oh yeah. And
what?
Tying their eye. Yeah.
Rachel hates this segment.
Oh my gosh.
It's true.
Rachel hates this segment. I know why.
The kids and tie their heads and make them do all kind of things.
Well, you know what? It's not just the male teachers, though. There are all those female teachers that were sleeping with the underage boys. I mean, what the hell is going on in America?
It's not America. It's a human.
Let's cut to Passion Driven TV. I need a pick-me-up right now.
Yeah.
God.
Well, that's why we have Passion Driven, to take your mind off this sleaze bucket and show you different side of
Exactly.
the world.
Yes, absolutely.
the
Tune
positive.
in to
Yes,
PassionDriven.tv
Please,
for
your soul
inspiration
needs
If you are
and
sick and
motivation.
tired,
Yeah.
if you're sick and tired
I
of
like
the,
that.
the
Inspiration
rubbish.
and motivation.
That's right.
Yeah, definitely a show that that's one of the things why I love doing the show. You know, for those of you who don't know, I help work on the show in the control room.
Yes.
And that is one of the things I love about it, is that you can actually sit and listen to this show for the full time and not hear one negative.
Yeah.
I mean, you had, you're going to have a lot of people on, but like Doc Jacobs, not one negative thing came out of his mouth the whole time. It was all about.
And it's the motivation that it takes for them to do what they do with less tools than fully capable human beings.
Yeah, exactly. And
one
they don't
with
look
the-
back once and go,
No.
oh, if that only something had been
Yeah.
different. No, they're always pushing forward.
Yeah. What's next? What's next? And here I'm here. I need to get here, and that's that. That's their
Right.
focus. That's what makes them different. Well, that's the difference between the good people.
Yeah, the good people. Good segue, because we have some terrible segues sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes we go from like the feel good stories to ISIS. And it's
Oh,
kind of like
goodness.
comparing the two. And we don't want
Right.
to do that
Yeah.
because, no. So tune in Mondays starting December 8th
That's
for
right.
Passion Driven TV. And you can see this. If seeing her isn't enough to lift your spirits, then just listen to us then, I guess. This should
Okay.
do it. What?
All right.
Okay, so world news.
World news.
World news. Club Med,
Yes.
a very famous place.
Yeah. Everybody knows Club Med.
Yeah.
I love Club Med.
Okay.
Not
well,
this one.
Not this one.
No.
Why not?
Well, everybody thinks of Saudi Arabia as the biggest oil producer, but they are famous or infamous for one more thing. They are the biggest terrorist producers. Most of the terrorists, think about it, 9/11, 15 of them were Saudis. The guys that fighting in Syria, ISIS, probably big majority of them. They admit to 3,000 of their people are fighting with ISIS, but I guarantee you it's more, and they are everywhere. Well, Saudi Arabia, it's a monarchy, and the family owns everything. And the family there, it's not like the family here, 4, 5 kids, and that's it. Each one of these guys married to about 60, 70 wives, and each wife had 20 kids, and you can start doing the math. So half of that country, it's 3 people, father and mother, and the rest are kids and, and grandkids and cousins.
That's Avi.
Yep. So, and the ones that not related to the family, to the king family, they are dissatisfied and they are into terrorism. So the government took some of these terrorists that came back and tried to rehabilitate them. So what they did, they built like a class 1 facilities, and in it they have gymnasium,
Oh,
they
it's
have
beautiful.
dining rooms,
It makes
they
me
have
jealous of where we
artwork,
live.
swimming pools, and supposedly they take these groups and they feed them, they house them, they train them, they teach them, they give them colleges, they give them allowances and everything to keep them away and to change their mind about becoming a terrorist. So these guys are big con artists, and they take advantage of everything. And recently, the government there arrested 80 people that were, part of them were in the training rehab centers, hoping that after they released them and gave them money and housing when they are on the outside. And out of the 80, 55 of them, they were part of the rehab.
Oh, wow.
So they took advantage of everything, and now they were plotting against their own government that took care of them, supposedly. So the whole thing is a sham, because they don't put them in jail, or they're not putting them in jail, they're putting them in rehab. And we have rehab in this country. Most of the crimes are with offenders and re-offenders of the same people that been in jail. And these guys are mentally brainwashed to be terrorists and to be bad boys. So all the good stuff and all this, they are taking it like a vacation. And what's that release?
Hey, little R&R. Little R&R for a terrorist R&R.
Yeah. And so they have the reason why.
Did I mention R&R?
Huh?
No, I'm just talking.
Yeah, okay. And while they were literally doing the interview with the head of the facilities, he said, we believe in human rights in Saudi Arabia, believe in human rights, and that's why we are giving them those rights. But Saudi Arabia is the harshest country on their people, for especially women, not allowed to drive, not allowed to vote, not allowed to go walk to the market to shop without having family member going
And
with
being
her.
covered in armor.
Need to be covered
Yeah,
like a
and
ninja.
like an armored suit.
Yeah, a ninja black suit in the heat of the desert. So, and he comes around and said, "Oh, we are human rights. We believe in human rights." So you can see the discrepancy and the
Well, human as in male.
male.
Yeah.
male
Human
rights.
means male, not
women.
actual human, like everybody. No,
Yeah.
just men.
Yeah, it's
Man.
crazy the perception, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's literally
insane.
they are the and then that's how human they are. If a girl get raped and she goes and say, "I was raped," they won't believe her because she have to have witnesses to testify that she was raped. Now, if a guy raped her, he's going to have, I have witnesses, and they will punish her because she did something to get raped, whether she walked alone or her dress, her burqa was 2 inches shorter.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
whatever.
when
and
I
they
was in
stone her.
Iraq, we would, frequently go into houses, and you do your search or whatever. But you would walk in, and sometimes there would be like a group of women making whatever, the making bread or preparing the meal. As soon as you walk in, they all just look down. They won't look at you. They won't speak to you. And there were times when we walk in, and all the men would be asleep. But the women wouldn't wake the men up. So you're like standing there. They won't look at you.
Yeah.
They won't wake up the men because they're scared of them.
Yeah.
So you have to go over, hey,
Get up.
get up. Dude, there's 20 people in your house. You might
Yeah.
want to get up and pay attention to what's going on right now. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
And Iraq was more liberal than Saudi Arabia. Iraq, they had bars during Saddam. They had,
well, they used to. They're not anymore.
Because we gave them the choices, freedom,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, exactly. We took it all away.
And now but the idea is literally, it's crazy that we are fighting the terrorists on one hand, spending billions of dollars, and then half of them, and the country that export the most of them, it's our friend. And so, and it makes no sense.
Oh, I need some
It makes
passion
no
driven.
sense.
I need to be passion driven
Yeah.
right now.
All right.
It's so depressing.
But that's a fact.
It
That's
is.
a fact. We
It
are
is a
spending
fact.
money in one hand, and they are taking our money from the oil. Luckily, the oil is the prices are low, depressed. But building these facilities supposedly to rehab these kids, and they are not.
Time to make changes. It's time to make a change.
Yep. So here we go.
Well,
passion driven. That's all.
Passion driven. Just
driven.
remember that. If you want to not hear about any of this stuff and you really want to be uplifted, passion driven TV.
Yeah, we have another show for you.
Starting December 8th, every Monday, passion driven TV. Tune into it. That's all we have for today, Avi.
That's it?
That's it. I mean, we spent so
Lordy
much time
Lord.
talking to Rachel that we lost a lot of our other time.
Boy, oh boy. Okay.
So, Rachel, why don't you take a second, plug yourself and your television show for you and Marshall, and go ahead. Mike is all yours.
Perfect. Well, thank you. It was really nice to be here today. And again, passiondriven.tv. This is Rachel Dares in for Mr. Marshall Thomas as well. Passiondriven.tv, December 8th, every Monday thereafter. If you guys want some motivation, some inspiration, tune in.
And great guests.
Great
list
guests.
of great
Amazing
guests.
guests.
Great hosts, great guests.
Yeah.
If you want to hear that golden radio
And
voice,
all
they
positive.
both got them. It's all positive.
Positive.
And that is it for us. We've been filming at OC Digital Studio. Thank you again to OC Digital Studio. You can find them at ocdigitalstudio.com. They're located in Mission Viejo, California.
And this
We
is a
are
plug-in-
Avi and Kyle with Plugin. You can find us on
Plugin.tv.
Plugin.tv. No pod.
No, plugin.tv.
Plugin.tv. And then if you want to find us on any of the big social media sites, the big three, it's at Plugin Pod. On iTunes and YouTube, it is Plugin with Avi and Kyle. This has been Plugin with Avi and Kyle. Avi, do you feel satisfied today?
I feel great today.
I feel great too. Thank you for joining us, Rachel.
Thank you.
Remember, check her out on Passion Driven TV. It's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. See you
All
guys
right.
next week. Peace out.